All right, everybody. I did some work on the E92 off camera just so I could kind of enjoy the time with it. A lot of these videos I've already made, and so I just kind of got in a groove here and started tearing things apart. Since I have all the panels off, I wanted to show you the sort of the final result of the way this car is going to sit, at least for the time being. So we'll talk about suspension, exhaust, all that stuff. So I'm putting the transmission back together, but I did the Auto Solutions short shift kit. I think we did a 20% reduction. I did the F10 M5, the weighted shift knob. That was a huge project. I guess it probably took me about 4 hours to do, just fumbling through it. But we have our headers, which I couldn't recommend any more. I've had a half a dozen exhausts on my 3 different E92s. This is the one. Like, there's no downside to it other than the install. The installs are a pain in the butt, but you get some significant power gains, and then the sound is just absolutely fantastic. Super linear sounding, sounds like a V8, no rasp. No resonance, no drone, but nasty like you want it. It's perfect. Startup is amazing. So I have this combined with the Alpine MSS tune, which he has a tune specifically for this, and the car feels great. I mean, it's probably with the pulleys, the intake, the exhaust, the cat delete, it's probably 40 or 50 horsepower more, I would guess, if we took it to the dyno. But you can see the headers going back. The other marvel of this car has 1,000 miles on it. You can see all the clean, everything's clean. All these parts and pieces are perfect. So I'm going to keep it this way because we'll dry ice clean it periodically to keep the underside done. So the other thing I worked on here this week, or last day, Dynon sway bar. They don't make a rear sway bar, they only make the front. I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but it's significantly more stout. I always shoot the gap in the middle. We have these SPL, which I really like these. These are SPL tie rods, or adjustable sway bar end links. And then I did the Dynon monoball kit here, which helps with deflection, bump steer, stuff like that. So that's a real quick, easy, $500 modification that makes a pretty significant difference. And let me bring the car down a bit here and show you the suspension and brakes. So the carbon ceramics are properly bled. They are also bedded and just insane. So this is a Brembo GT kit. So it's the traditional GT kit, but they're CCM. They call it Brembo GT CCM. So the carbon ceramic rotors, dropped. How much weight did we drop? I forget. It's like 15 pounds a corner or something like that. So pretty significant weight savings, for all that ripping around to the grocery store I'm going to be doing. This was more of a life pursuit checkbox sort of thing. I don't know that it makes a lot of sense. You'd probably be better off running F80 conversion. The problem with doing the F80 conversion is the caliper is too big and you can't fit the 359M wheels. So carbon ceramic, Brembo yellow GT, the stock Brembo pads, which are great, Future Classic 12mm spacer in the front, and then I have the racing wheel studs. I just got my set for the M2. This is the wheel stud here. This is what it looks like. These I'm in love with. I'm going to do this on every single car from here until forever. And so you get these really expensive. I want to say this is $750 or something like that. These titanium studs. They're the perfect length. They look fantastic. And then actually the M2 is getting these. But I have the black lugs. So these are the burnt tie lugs. And then you have the black ones that are for this car, for the M3, for the E92. So the wheels are the 359M wheels. I'm actually going to put the BBS, the RIDs on here and see how they fit. They certainly need spacers, but I want to see if they fit like stock. And I may run the RIDs on this car because they didn't fit with the brake caliper on the M2, so I might do that. And then you got these beauties, the life pursuit of Olin's TTX, done by 3DM Motorsport, by Barry at 3DM. They're custom valve, custom setup specifically for the street and how I wanted them to feel. it's the best suspension I've ever driven. You know, I've been driving around before. I haven't gotten the alignment done yet, but it is just amazing. I couldn't be more pleased. We have the Goodrich stainless lines that come with the Brembos, and so we have a really stock feeling, highly modified suspension on this thing. It's so good. Just the the dyno and sway bar, which I've done on every one of these. The mono ball, I haven't driven this yet. I just put it on, but I know what it's going to feel like. And then they don't make a rear sway bar for this car, which would be a big pain in the butt. You have to drop the subframe out to get it out anyway. And so the back of the car, the back suspension, same thing, Öhlins TTX. So these custom setup, TTX setup with the Öhlins spring. The last thing I'm going to do is the toe arms from Dynon. So I'm going to put these on here before we take it to alignment. So I'm going to put these in place. This, according to Dynon, flexes. So this will go in place there. It makes adjusting toe much easier. You don't want to do this. Like I can drive around with the suspension because the alignment's not that far off. But if I put these on, I'm going to have all kinds of toe issues. I mean, we can measure it to try to get it somewhat close to how it's set up stock, but these things are awesome. I really feel like I gained some traction by doing that. And so the rear has the full American Racing Headers rear section as well. And we got ourselves a pretty awesome suspension setup. A lot of money, a lot of pursuit, a lot of awesome in one spot. But this car, this is the first one I've done, the Auto Solution short shifter. You really need to do this on a lift, otherwise you're going to be in a lot of pain. But I did the whole thing myself. Tommy helped me out a little bit. But it's a pretty tedious install, pretty straightforward. But I'll show you in a second here. Now I've got a 20% reduction, and then the weighted F10 M5 shift knob on here that's still illuminated. I ended up not gluing. I ended up just cutting the stock boot and zip tying it like you normally do on a shift boot. So it's not quite as clean as it probably should be, but maybe I'll have a company make me one, but it looks great. So the thing I'm so excited to go drive this thing, the seats. So I put the AMX Performance seats in. If you watched that video the other day, I pulled the M Performance out. These seats they fit me perfectly. They're for for like normal size or above average size humans. And so it moved my seating position down about 2.5 inches over the M Performance seats because these rails are different. Now the disadvantage is the seats don't move back and forth as cleanly and smoothly. The wiring isn't as dialed as it is on the M Performance seats, but these are roughly about $6,000 landed. But the magic of these now is that it matches everything. So my shift boot, the only thing that's out of place, I guess, would be the Alcantara shift knob or Alcantara steering wheel, but I wanted it for the flat bottom. But now I move my steering wheel down a bit. My eye position came down about 2 inches, and then combine that with the Auto Solution short shifter, which I've never done in my E92s before. But oh man, it is really good. Like really, really good. Really mechanical feeling. No more BMW rubber. I don't know why I didn't do this on the other cars. Oh, gotcha. This is the autocross version. Yeah, this is great. This is nice. You don't feel that on an E92. I think the only thing I'm going to do to this is maybe I should do a stereo someday. Yeah, and then a stroker. Because I guess I got some things to do. But man, I'm in love. I can't wait to go drive it at this seating position. I've never had this before in any E92. Now I just feel, it feels so much, I feel like I'm sitting up less, it just feels lower, feels better. And then the leather matches perfectly. This is good. This is what happens when you do a third time around, right? Third time around and no budget. Just do whatever needs to be done. So I'm excited for this. To do what with? I'm not sure. Just to have. Just to look at and drive a little bit and enjoy. So anyway, I wanted to update you, short video for me anyway, short video on this Perfection. This car has like 1,034 miles on it now. It's, I don't have the key, but it is great. Just great. So it's technically not even in break-in yet. Probably dorks that follow that stupid procedure. So yeah, stock seats, all the stock parts, everything I have all categorized and set up and put in my air-conditioned storage unit. So it's looking great. If you want M Performance seats, depending on watching this, I'm gonna list them for 10 grand. See if I'm gonna sell them. And no, I thought about hoarding them, just putting them somewhere, but I'm not a very good hoarder. I'd end up throwing them away if they got in my way. So I need to sell those things, but holy moly. The only reason I thought about keeping them is if I got like I mean, they go in an E46, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but no airbag, so it's kind of a waste. You might as well just do it.
Yeah, Recaro. Yeah. Yeah. It's good. So I'll get you a driving video soon here. I'll go out and get some impressions after I get the alignment done. I'm doing alignment next Wednesday. Today's Friday. And yeah, just gonna enjoy it. Enjoy that I've, made it to like the car. This was the only reason I did the giveaway, is I found the car that is, a worthy replacement single hump. I don't think there's nothing on this car that isn't perfect. I mean, it has the rear sunshade, which I wouldn't have opted for, but maybe someday we'd do the Euro front bumper. But other than that, this thing is great. I'll put a radar detector in and let it rip. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for following the M3 journey. I'll let you know in the future how those RIDs fit and take some pictures, put them on Flickr. And oh shoot, I need to do the dyno pedals. I thought I already did in this car. I think I stole my dyno pedals for the M. I put them in the M2. That's dumb. I need to steal those back. Yeah, I'll do that. Anyway, see you soon. Thanks for watching.